My name is Right Honorable Solomon Oguma Emmanuel, Chairman Issaquah Local Government.
Edo State Government convenes a high-level stakeholders meeting to interface with the 18 council chairmen of the state.
Good afternoon, sirs. My name is Honorable Henshaw Elmihe, Acting Chairman, Igwebe.
The government's ongoing crackdown on illegal revenue collection in a strategic move to sanitize the revenue collection system necessitates this meeting.
These new unions that are in existence today, they were not trained.
Lingering issues of extortion and unregulated revenue activities across the states, especially within the transport and informal sectors, have been of concern lately.
Banning all forms of illegal revenue collection.
Secretary to the state government, Musa Ihilo, conveys Governor Mondo Okpebolo's firm resolve to rid the state of illegal revenue practices, stressing that no individual or group would be allowed to exploit citizens under any guise.
The governor, His Excellency, is very serious about ensuring that the common man on the streets in Edo State is not oppressed, is not harassed, is not intimidated, and is not extorted. That is why when he got several reports of various illegal collections going on, he had to place a blanket ban on all unions and organizations involved in the collection of these revenues under whatever guise. Definitely, we are still going to come back to look at unions that are complying with the existing structure and find a way to lift the ban on those particular unions. But as it is now, all unions involved in whatever collections are experiencing this ban.
He sues for the collaborative support of the council chairman and other stakeholders for strict adherence to the ban towards sanitizing the system.
What His Excellency asks us to do is to interact with you, reiterate government position on this ban that has been placed, seek your cooperation and understanding in enforcing this ban, pending when government will come back to review the mode and system of collection. We have to place this ban in order to safeguard the welfare of our citizens and also block the massive revenue leakages that the state was already experiencing. Whatever decision government takes is not a haphazard decision. It is because the governor, as the chief security officer of the state, have access to all sorts of intelligence and reports that no other person can ever have access to. So do not think that government is not aware of what's happening out there in the streets or in the markets. All sorts of intelligence reaches the table of His Excellency the Executive Governor. And if he takes a decision, that decision is based on informed opinion or informed decision based on so many intelligence that has been gathered. So the government knows what it's doing in quickly intervening, because this whole problem was becoming a terrible eyesore for the government. And people were now groaning under the weight and the pain of the massive extortion that was taking place. And this was giving government really bad name. And we did a poll and recognized and realized that it was beginning to affect the good work of His Excellency the Executive Governor. So that 80% of people were now saying the governor is doing a lot of good work, but this is what is spoiling it. This is what is spoiling it. This is what is spoiling it. And that is unacceptable. That's something we cannot take. And this is why we are serious about this. We are serious about sanitizing the system.
Honorable Benjamin Osasi-Radia,
speaking on behalf of the local government chairman, the chairman of Nwonde local government area, Benjamin Osasi-Radia, commends Governor Monday Okpebholo for his decisive action and pledges the council chairman's commitment to ensure full enforcement of the ban in their respective local government areas.
Because we, the council chairmen, we also have been worried about the workings of tax collection in our various local governments. I think in our previous meeting, we also urged the EIRS that we are ready to sit down with them and see how we can block many of these leakages and share ideas and see how we can improve the tax collection in our various local governments.
Other stakeholders, including the state chairman of the Edo State Internal Revenue Service, revealed how loosely monitored authorizations in the past had created room for abuse, with many third-party agents and unions exceeding their mandates and operating unlawfully.
I would like to talk from the position of the EIRS and to first of all thank the Secretary to the State Government and by extension His Excellency for this meeting, because obviously we all know what the situation is right now. The situation is so very, very bad. Why? Because we have some bad actors who just don't want to see the good in what is happening in this government. I know, the SSG knows, and His Excellency knows that the ERS is doing an awful lot of good work. IGR for last month was 13.4 billion. The month before that, it was 11.1 billion. And the collection that comes from the local governments and these unions constitutes a very, very small percentage of the total collections of IGR in Edo State. But the problem is that that small percentage, the noise level, the social, impact of the, bad behavior of these people is so high that it is dragging all our hard work and efforts down. So I want to thank the SSG, for calling this meeting. A lot of things have come out as a result of this meeting. Some we knew, some we did not know. But obviously, there will be several other meetings to put everything together. And all I just want to say at this point, because I know local governments try to be very, very, you try to keep very close to your chest things, but there will be need to look at things in a different way. And I personally, and I'm sure His Excellency and the SSG would expect all of you to cooperate with the state government when we come up with the templates to ensure that we harmonize all our collections, including transport collections in Edo State.
There is something that has been happening right from the inception of this government, which is the ERS need to revise, because these new unions that are in existence today, they were not trained both of revenue collections and distribution. The people that were trained, because they were of the opposite party, all of them were removed. So they are wrong that are there to abuse revenue. We were trained. Some members of ERS, Rotia were trained then. And I think it's on record, Oredo can bear the witness. When this project started newly, I personally go to the field to arrest revenue collectors who were compromising what the government wants. What we are having now, there are leakages everywhere. It is the normal thing to be done. The ROS, first of all, we educate the local government chairman. Then there is a body that came to train us that time. They will look for them. They will bring some of their revenue collections. They will be trained on the mode of collections. And the local government will be trained on the mode of distributions. Once this is done, the union too will be trained. They will now go back to their various union and train people who will start enforcing on union level, apart from the enforcers the local government has brought. Our enforcer was to monitor the activities of the revenue collectors. Once we see you are collecting money, you are not issuing receipt, immediately we get you arrested and hand over to the police.
I commend the state government for taking this drastic action Going forward, I want to believe there is a legal framework in existence in this state that prescribes non-state actors from collecting any form of revenue. If that is into go by, I think we need to bring that law into enforcement. One. Then secondly, digital collection of all revenue in transportation sector has to be encouraged. And this revenue, in my opinion, I think collecting it centrally and bifurcating it at the EROS office will help to sanitize the system better.
Attorney General Commissioner for Justice Dr. Samson Osagie reinforced the legal backing for the crackdown, warning that violators would face the full weight of the law.
But let me make this clear, that from the point of view of the law, it is only government that is entitled to collect revenues that are collectible and recognized to be collected by law. So, if you are caught by security agencies and charged to court, don't come and beg me to withdraw the case against you. That is what we must make known. I mean, for those who are doing it under the guise of one authority or the other, either at the local government or state, because a lot of people engage in illegal collection, this government cannot afford to be doing patronage by giving you government platforms to collect revenue. If you are doing that and you are not authorized, even if you have the authority of the EIROS, you must do it within the confines of the terms that is defined. That is what you must let them know. A lot of people go out under one guise or the other. They are doing illegal collections all over the place. Apart from impacting negatively on the image of the state and this government, a lot of leakages are coming in to affect the revenue of the state. You people understand that our governor is a no-nonsense person. If you run foul of the law, he will cut your hands. Just be very sure at the end of the day.
As part of immediate actions, the Secretary to the government announced a temporary suspension of all revenue collection activities for a period of 1 month, giving room for reforms to take effect. The meeting had in attendance key members of the State's Executive Council, including the Commissioner for Finance, Emmanuel Kwebo, Commissioner for Local Government Affairs, Lucky Esegbe, Chairman of the State Internal Revenue Service, Oladele Bankole Balogun, and Managing Director of the Edo State Transport Authority, Henshaw Oligbi. Jude Aweke, reporting for VOS TV News, Benin.